Bowen, stop. Oh, Justin, I think that's Justin.
What's up, Paul?
How you doing?
I'm all right.
How was school today?
That's fine.
Giggles is here in the chat.
Let me close that off. There we go. Two. What's up, TJ?
DJ's off from work today, he says. Hoping I don't get a call in.
Oh, you tell him you're out of town. Tell him you're like 3, 4 hours away. Tell him you're in Orlando or something. Wait, if they call you, you answer the phone and you stand out by the road so they hear all the traffic. Be like, "Yeah, I'm over in Orlando, doing some family stuff."
Or get a power drill and hell hold on to it and it goes zzz, zzz.
Good morning, everybody.
Uh,
Good morning, TJ. Good morning, Brenda.
What's up, Brenda?
Brenda. Oh, Boone, I know. It's morning. You've been out twice. I'm gonna let Boone out again one more time.
How are you doing, Justin?
I'm good. It's another morning. Oh, we got a 3-day weekend coming up next week.
Oh, nice. No work Monday? No school Monday?
No, it's Friday. It's early release Thursday, and then we'll have Friday, Saturday, Sunday off. I believe it's the
Oh,
next week. It's a
nice.
district holiday, something with the district. I don't know.
Nice.
I
Any
think
big
it's
plans?
do what? No,
Any big plans for those 3 days?
no, not really. I think it's next week. I gotta look on my calendar. Let's see. Let me look at clipboard and look at my calendar and see what it says. I'm pretty sure it's next weekend.
Morning, Frank.
Today's Wednesday. Yeah, it's next weekend. Yeah, early dismissal on Thursday, and then Friday, Saturday, Sunday off.
Nice. Is that everybody or just yours? Your district?
Just our district, just our county. I mean, I'm sure other counties will take it off because I think it's Good Friday or some stupid shit like that. I don't know what it is. I think it's a religious holiday or something. I can't remember.
Ooh.
So Brenda, the tariffs seem to be working to a certain extent. 2 Asian countries have already agreed to go 0% on their tariffs if we match it. And then Israel wiped out our $200 billion trade deficit. Just completely wiped it for us. And then the president of Mexico got all fucking pissed off because the U.S. is threatening drone strikes in Mexico now. Cartels.
Nice.
She did a press conference for about 10 minutes. I think it was yesterday or today. But I mean, if they don't want that kind of shit going on, they need to step up and start doing something because that shit's out of control down there. Something needs to be done. There needs to be a drastic change down there.
I just couldn't believe he put 104 for China.
Yep. They're the only ones that aren't really backing down, but the other countries, there's already 70 countries that are coming to the table that want to do deals to get the tariffs lowered. I said there was 2 Asian countries that already agreed to go to 0% tariffs on all U.S. products if we matched it. And Israel wiped out the complete trade deficit we had with them, which was a little over 200 billion. They said they were just going to take it off the books and wipe it.
Oh, cool.
Everybody's freaking out about the fucking stock market right now. It's like it'll go back up. It's just everybody knew. Anybody that was actually researching tariffs and understanding of them knew this was going to be a transition period. It was going to be rough for a little bit, but then it'd get better.
Here comes Joe.
I don't even want to look at my my savings.
What about your? Was it your version of a 401?
Yeah, through work.
I said it will go back up. It's like I said, it's just a transition period.
I know when COVID hit, there fucking lost quite a bit. And then with this one, I don't know. I haven't looked yet. Don't even want to look.
So how you doing, Joe?
I'm doing good.
Nice flying yesterday there, Mr. Joe.
Oh, that was a piece of trash. It really was. That was a piece of trash flight I did yesterday. All I was doing was checking the expo settings. And then I realized that my yaw and my roll, if you saw it when it started out, how it just took off like that on me. I said, what the hell? You know, I mean, it just took off. And then I realized it had to be those settings because then I almost did it into that tree.
Yeah, I seen that. It was like,
Yeah, it kept drifting into that. It had a little wind going that way. So it was making it drift a little. But like I said, as soon as I would touch right or left, that sucker would just, like that on me. So I mean, I actually stood up. I was sitting down. When I almost hit that tree, I stood up. I thought I was going to get it.
Wait, was this when you were flying your Neo or?
Yeah, yesterday, Neo. It was a pine tree that was about 60 foot high, and I was going between two of them, and all of a sudden it starts jerking back towards the right. I mean, I just missed that limb. I don't know how I missed it. I think I went through the pine needles.
You have a video of it?
Oh yeah, it's on my site. Yeah, it's near the end. Like I said, I think I went through the pine needles.
Oh,
it was still nice.
Oh damn.
Man, I'm really digging this background, Ed. I like it. That's pretty dope. That's a pretty dope background.
Thanks, bro.
Don't be an ass
man.
kisser.
DJ.
Yeah, Joe did that for you, didn't he?
Take that guy over there.
I don't know who made that.
Take that guy right there.
I don't know who made that.
He's an awesome guy.
Mr. Joe did that.
So I was supposed to remember yesterday I was supposed to take my daughter to the job, right? It was today.
Oh.
So when I called her yesterday and told her I'll pick you up at this time, she goes, it's tomorrow. I said, you told me the 8th. She went back and she goes, I think I did. So it was today. So last night I said, what time you want me to pick you up? She goes, I got to be there at 8. I said, okay, I'll pick you up at 7:15. I'll get you there about 15 minutes early. I said, but let me know in the morning before I do anything if you got your car. Because if I come over there and you're not there, somebody's fighting. So about 10 minutes to 7, she says, I have my car. So I didn't have to bring her. So and she didn't sound unhappy about it, but she didn't sound too happy about having a car. So probably the boyfriend knew she had to go to work today, and he said, I'll stay home, And I tell you what, if she takes the job today and he stayed home today, he's probably moving out. She's probably gonna make him move out, which would be a good thing. I hate to see the family get split like that for the kid, but he needs to grow up.
Can't she really kick him out though without court paperwork?
Yes.
Yeah, but how can she do that if he lives there?
He lives there.
He's not on the lease, is he?
No, he's not on the lease, and he doesn't pay him rent.
So this is your daughter's ex-husband or boyfriend?
Yeah.
Okay.
What's your state's laws on how long you have to live somewhere before you're considered a resident?
I couldn't tell you, but my ex works in social work, so she knows all the back doors. How you think she started a divorce with me?
Well, because the only thing is the cops will show up if it's not something legal. They're going to tell you it's a private matter, and they won't do shit about it.
Well, it is a private matter, but they can make him leave.
So he doesn't do anything, does he?
He works, but he works when he feels like working, and then he'll every once in a while he pay a rent every once in a while. Like Brittany couldn't pay the rent this time, so he paid the rent. And he's been saying he's going to move, and he's just. They got a lot of documentation. They think they got it. They can do it if they want to. And he's been threatening to move. So he said that if he has to give it a call back, he's going to quit his job. And she said, if you quit your job, you can't stay here. So he's probably going to move in with his parents.
What does he do for a living anyway?
I think he's a drug dealer. I don't know.
Oh. Because he
I'm
said he
telling
works
you.
when he wants to, so I thought maybe he was like a
You know,
Uber driver or something.
well, I think he's like a handyman type thing. I think he goes across the lake and gets out there by Home Depot with everybody else and gets picked up.
Oh,
I think that's what he does. But
When you look him up in the dictionary, it's under slacker.
Oh, yeah.
slacker.
Whacker. Oh,
but she's had him 2 or 3 times where she could have got him out that house, but she got stupid. The one time that he grabbed her and threw her into the wall, but she hit him. She hit him right before it happened.
Oh shit.
He was getting mad, and the ex said he was getting mad, and he sort of started posturing like that. So she got mad, started punching on him. If he would have just touched her without her touching him, it would have been over with.
Yeah, but still, you don't hit a woman. I mean, that's
Yeah.
This
Well,
is the
that's my
way-
son. My son got a baseball bat and he was running out the house. I had to grab him.
Look,
Yeah,
this is
that
the
was-
way I look at it. If a girl wants to stand up to you like she's a man and try to wail on you, I think you have the right to defend yourself
Yeah.
within reasonable means.
Yeah, reasonable force.
yeah, but it's still a woman, though, bro. Come on.
Yeah, but at the same time, it's like a woman has to learn that she can't. I mean, it's a physical thing at the end of the day. Men
if
are
she's-
bigger, stronger, larger bone density, bigger muscle mass. If you're going to stand up to a man, I don't give a crap how big you think you are, how big your attitude is. You stand up to a man and you punch him in the face or slap the shit out of him. And like I said, if it's reasonable force to protect yourself,
Yeah.
I'm all for it.
You don't
Now, if
knock
you
him
go
down
over-
and beat
now,
the
now,
hell
if
out
you-
of him.
Yeah, if you don't just push him down and just start wailing on him,
Yeah.
but
Bro,
Yeah,
that
because
was-
I used to go to a lot of domestics when I worked EMS, and the cops the woman would be all beat up from the husband, and then I don't want to put him in jail because that's the money, right? That's where the money's coming in. I don't want him to go to jail, but he's going to go to jail. And the state law now is that they see a bruise on a woman, the guy goes to jail, right?
well, it's either
So,
way.
Well,
Same in Florida.
can't they just say like,
Yeah.
oh, she fell down or something? She
that don't
fell.
matter. They ain't going to go with that anymore.
It's
Joe,
the
That
sorry,
used to
same-
be
that
the
was-
thing.
I'm sorry, if that was my kid, man, that guy would have fucking.
It's the same in Florida. It don't matter if it's a man or a woman. If one of them or both of them show signs of any bruising or violence, they'll either one of them will go or both of them will go.
Well, I went over to the house. And he was in the room. I said, "Tell him to come out the room." And I said, "You need to come out the room." And I said, "I understand that she hit on you and you pushed her." I said, "I understand all of that." I said, "But you do realize I will shoot you, right?"
You know, it was just like that. Take example that guy here in Winter Haven a few years ago. He was in his 80s. He got pissed off because this guy cut him off in a parking lot. He walked up to this guy that was in his younger 30s, 6'3", fucking 250 pounds of muscle, and
Yeah.
smacked the shit out of him with his cane. And the guy punched him in the face. And I'm like, that 80-year-old should know where he stands in that situation. And to think that he would have took on that younger guy that's a third of his age and 3 times his size, for him to get that attitude enough to swing his cane at the guy and then everybody wants to get pissed off at the dude for punching him in the face or hitting him with his cane. No.
Yeah. You
Dude
see
did
this
well
case
on
in my hand? See this case in my hand? That's my wife's 380.
But like I
Not
said,
my daughter's 380.
like
I took it out the house.
but like I said, the younger guy didn't initiate it. The older guy did.
Yeah, but what you don't know is, I don't know if you've been in a situation where somebody has dementia or not, but my mother went through dementia and she started swinging her cane at everybody and anything. And
No,
didn't
this
know what
guy
to
didn't
do.
have dementia. It was all over the news.
It's
There was even
a
video.
difference. It's a
The
difference,
guy
Paul.
was driving.
It's a difference. Y'all deserved it.
You all
But,
deserve-
but what I'm saying is, if physically you can't take on somebody, you shouldn't be getting in their face and especially swinging something at them.
It's
Yeah, but
your
the
mom was getting back at you. Because when my mom started going through it at the end with cancer, ooh, some of the things she said about us. She said she had a secret she was coming out with, and she was going to let us know before she died. Never did. Unless I think she told my sister. I want to know what the secret was. I already know what it is. It's going to be about my brother not being my dad's. I know it.
But the thing was, is that guy only punched him in the face one time. The old guy backed up after he hit him, and everybody wanted to try to demonize the younger guy because of his age. And I said, it doesn't matter. That doesn't give him the right to walk up to somebody and smack him with a cane. You know, he
No.
could have seriously injured that guy even if he was older. You know, and to sit there and try to demonize the younger guy because he was protecting himself. You know what I'm saying? Are you just supposed to sit there and just get beat up by a cane from an old guy
Yeah.
because he's old and he's got an attitude? I mean, just because you're older, don't give you the right to act like a dick to people. I mean, that's the way
Yeah,
I look
we-
at it.
But you have always walk away though. You could always turn around and walk away.
Exactly. Turn around and go the other
The
way.
guy didn't, yeah, but this is the thing is if you watch the video, the guy didn't even have time to. The old guy came up, started screaming at him, and literally swung his cane almost instantly after he walked up to the guy.
Yeah,
And the
only
guy's
thing-
natural
the only thing I
reaction was
would
to
say
punch
is
him.
you're getting one side of the story, and I don't care if it was on video or not. You don't know what happened previously. You don't know what happened yesterday.
What are you
or the day
talking about? It
before.
was investigated by the sheriff's department. They gave the full
Well,
breakdown.
And you think every sheriff's department investigation is perfect,
The
100%?
video showed the guy cut the older guy off in the video, and then he parked, and the older guy parked in another parking spot, walked over to the guy, and instantly smacked him. There was no two sides to try to get. I mean, I'm not saying the younger guy didn't cut him off, and that wasn't the right thing to do.
Yeah, but
But
How long
like I
ago
said,
was this?
the whole story was completely visible on camera. You could see both
yeah,
sides.
the older guy should have stayed in his own lane on that one. Yeah.
I'm
How
just
long
saying.
ago was this?
It's the same with the woman. Don't stand up to a dude that's 3 times your size and try to act like you're a fucking man. Plain and simple. Like
Well,
I've
nowadays,
never,
you don't know if the woman's a man or not.
like I said, I have never in the 18 years I've been with Sarah, I've never raised my hand to her. But she has never raised her hand to me either. And when we have gotten into, you know, face-to-face arguments of the few we've had over the years, which everybody will have at one point
Yep.
or another,
Oh yeah.
you can
Nobody's
see that
perfect.
when I get super mad, Sarah will get submissive because she knows that she understands where we're at physically. You know what I'm saying? But we've never raised our hands to each other. But
It's just
but you get
this
what
is
I'm
just
saying though?
throwing all the furniture all
Yep.
around, flipping tables.
Pick her up like, what did you say to me?
Uh,
But I'm saying I've never at any point even to where she thought I was going to hit her. I've never been at a point where she's flinched or anything.
I would never.
But you
do
can
that.
see it in her eyes when we've gotten, because I'm not gonna lie, we have gotten into screaming matches with each other over the years because it's bound to happen once in a while. And when I've gotten real loud and we were standing face to face, you could see in her eyes, okay, yeah, we need to take this down a notch. Because you know what
There's
I'm
kids
saying?
around here.
Well, it's not even that. It's just Sarah understands that there's a physical difference between me and her. It's just like my dogs, right? My dogs won't do shit if Sarah pretends to hit me, but if I pretend to hit Sarah, they'll protect her because they understand the difference between me and Sarah. They're not stupid. They understand that I'm bigger and I'm physically larger than her and I'm more of a threat. You know what I'm saying? Dogs will react the same exact way. You know what I'm saying? They understand the difference between a man and a woman. And that's not to say women can't have their say or whatever in an argument. That's totally fine. But just don't try to get physical with somebody that's 3 times your size.
Got a point.
It's just not a smart thing to do for anybody. Even if TJ ran across a guy that was 3 times his size, you know, 6'8", fucking 350 pounds of solid
Big
muscle.
old
TJ,
huge Big
You
old
know, and
huge,
then-
like muscular guy.
And then TJ wants to walk up to him and say, "Fuck you, buddy, you cut me off," and take a swing at him. Well, what do you think's going to happen? TJ probably going to get his dome rocked.
I'd be sure to like hit him in the face with a potato. Just take my potato gun, just hit
Potato gun.
him right, just hit him right in the face with that shit. Like, take this, bow. See what you think about
Hey,
that.
I wonder if you shot at somebody with a potato gun, if that would be considered like using a regular gun.
I don't think so, because it's not. It doesn't, puncture your. Well, I guess it could puncture your skin, but I don't. It wouldn't go through you. I don't think.
Oh, it would
It would.
hurt.
Yeah, it would hurt. It would knock you the
You'd
fuck
have to
out.
have,
but
you'd
it
have to
wouldn't-
have a license, TJ, for carrying a concealed potato.
a concealed potato.
Blunt force trauma.
Yeah.
A concealed potato.
You know, it's just like Bill Burr when he was doing that stand-up comedy. He goes, I don't want to sound like a dick. He goes, but why is it whenever a man and woman get in an altercation, you can't ask questions about what the woman did? And that's been a bad stigma in our society for a long time. That they always blame everything on the man. Well, I would say last 8 or 10 years, it's starting to change now where, if the guy doesn't actually hit a girl and they're hitting him, they will take her to jail as well. But for the longest time, it was always the guy's fault.
Yep.
No matter what. And women were able to get away with doing a lot of shit to guys, but not the other way around. I would say now with a lot of the new state laws that a lot of states have been enacted, it's an equal opportunity to go to jail on either side. If either one of you do anything, which is needs to be done because everybody needs to be held accountable to the same standards, right? Oh man.
How's the weather there today, Paul? Nicer than yesterday?
We got snow. And we're supposed to get some more snow later this afternoon. Hey, there he is.
We just have rain here.
Jason's on his way.
Maybe.
Hey guys, good
Could
morning.
be
How
it.
you doing?
What's
Good,
up,
how
bro?
you doing?
Very well, thanks.
Attention on deck.
Carry on, carry on. What's up, Captain Joe?
What's up?
All right, Captain Joe America.
Heading for work, are you, Jason?
Yes, sir. Business as usual. It's cold today. It's 44 degrees out here.
Going to work in Virginia Beach, Virginia.
It's 22
It's
degrees
USA.
here. It's 20. It's
Yeah, I was gonna say
22.
that.
It's 22 degrees here.
It's about
That's it.
70 here.
Damn. Has it been, I guess, 20 into 20s or 30s even where you are, Paul, also? Because it went from 86 2 days ago down
Yep.
to 56, and now it's 46 today, 44 today. So,
It's 22 degrees here, and it's supposed to stay that way. It's sunny, but we got rain coming and snow later today.
snap.
Okay. Never mind. I was lying. It's 67 degrees here.
Damn.
Nice, cool
I think
breeze of
it's-
70 miles or
I-
7 miles an hour.
I think it's
Nice.
77 something here today.
Yeah, we're 54.
I beat all of you. It's +2 here.
Plus two.
The fuck is +2? That's like the Stones measurement in England. What the hell is that?
But that's plus 2 Celsius, right? Plus 2 Celsius?
Hold on.
Yeah, that's pretty cold. What's up with that? It's springtime.
Let's see here. That's what, about 34 degrees, something like that? 35?
Yeah, just above freezing.
There's the camera on the north side of the house.
Oh, a little bit of white on the floor, on the ground.
Oh, there's a big ladder in the middle of the highway there. That's crazy. I'm tempted to stop and go get that ladder. It's a nice ladder too, but it's in the middle of the highway. I can't get it.
I had a little moisture on the front windshield this morning. It was a whole thing. I had to turn the windshield wipers on and everything.
A little bit of moisture, yeah.
Worst we get is a little frost on the grass if it's cold.
Little frost on your ass, what?
Frost on here.
You stirring shit again?
Jeez. Yeah, I like Virginia because we actually we can experience it for various seasons. Various seasons.
Yeah, because we're the only one of 2 states that
Oh,
actually has
looky,
tropical
looky.
weather.
There's the love of Joe's life right there.
That's what I woke up to this morning. I turned around. I went to the bathroom, turned around, and looked, and they were all coming out from under the bed and everything like that. Logan come around the corner. That's what I got to deal with.
That's the love of your life right there.
Yeah.
But you see this one right here? He's hiding behind. He's from the hood. He's behind the corner so he can get away quick. If I clap my hands, he gets behind something and looks like that.
Now, which one is the friendliest one?
This one. That's my man, right? That's my best man.
What's
that's
his name?
That's Tina, Valentino,
Uh-huh.
and that's Cleopatra. That's her man and his bitch.
Oh my god.
And then Loki's the other man.
What's up, Jody?
That's her man and his bitch. You ought to see him. They get there in the morning, and he'll sit down. He'll come in the bathroom and lay on the floor.
So what did? Oh god.
And she'll walk in there, and they get nose to nose and touch each other's nose. And then if she lays down on the side, he'll reach over and lean next to her. They stay that close together. And then Logie comes in, and Logie tries to push his way in, and they growl at him, make him leave. Yeah.
Hey, Jason, did
no
your
threesome.
buddy get back to you about that your setup you got last night?
Oh yeah, my IT guy. Let's see here. I gotta pull up a text to see what he wrote. Let's see. He said he wants me to. I'd recommend a better processor around the $400 range. The 64 gigabyte SSD is all that's needed versus 2. GPU is hard to come by except for the weaker, cheaper cards. Motherboard should be around $250 for a good one. So I didn't get a chance to reconfigure it all. I might do that this afternoon again. At some point. I'm teaching a STEM this morning at work. So
Yeah, but why would he? I don't think you need a better CPU if he's just doing editing on it. I mean, it's 8 cores with 16 threads. It should be plenty.
should be, but that's the thing. It's not. We don't want to necessarily go minimal. We still want to stay within budget, but I still have room for. I still have I think $500 of a budget available to do it. So if we've got that much available, then we can upgrade that. And it's a little bit of future proofing as well. So
it is. I mean, but the one thing you got to look at too is you got $500 budget left. But if you upgrade the CPU and it's an AM5 socket, then you're going right back into the DDR5 and you're going into the a more expensive motherboard at that point, and it's going to put you right back over 2,000 again.
right.
Because most of the CPUs you were looking at were AM5 sockets.
Okay.
I mean, I don't know. There's all kinds of configurations you can do, but
Oh, there are exactly. I mean, it's that's the fun thing about it, and it goes back to the preferences of brand names as well. Some people stay away from Asus, some people stay away from Corsair, where I favor them because that's what I have at home.
I haven't had any problems with any of the Corsair stuff I have.
I should have not got Corsair.
About 80% of my computer's Corsair. all the way from the mouse pad to the mouse, the keyboard, most of the internals on my
Well, that's
PC
because
or
you're
Corsair.
sponsored. That's
Yeah,
because
I
you're
wish I was.
that's because you're Corsair sponsored. We know you are. Come on, man.
Good morning, Dusty.
Well, I'm disappointed in Corsair. So,
Oh, there you go.
Why?
because I put that RAM in there and it's running too low and I can't figure out how to get it done.
Yeah, that's not Corsair though. That's your BIOS doing that. It has nothing to do with
But
the
with the
memory.
other one in there, it was running right.
Yeah, but you got to remember too, the one that was in there was already preset from whoever built the computer originally.
Yeah.
So they went into the BIOS and probably upped it to the 3200 where it should have been. But yeah, you got some weird proprietary shit going on there.
Yeah, I got to figure it out. It doesn't affect it much, but it affects it enough. Especially if I'm on Zoom and I'm doing something, it affects it a little bit.
Because I put
Bless you.
416 Corsair sticks in mine and it did the same thing. My BIOS jumped it down to 2800 and I had to go in. and put
It's
it
got
up
me
to
at 2155 right now. And I could be 3200. Like I
Hey,
said, the
Mark,
problem
how's
I
it
got
going?
is you can't get into you can get into the BIOS, but you lose all your pictures.
Jason.
You have no display coming out anywhere.
Hey, Joe, I was gonna ask you, how is the camera on the new V-Copter you ordered?
4K 30.
Oh, okay.
You don't want one.
No,
you gotta
I
fly
don't,
with
I
your
don't,
phone.
I don't, but I was just wondering because I know the camera means a lot to you guys, but as
It's
long as,
pretty
as
much-
long as it's halfway decent, I'm good with it.
It's actually the identical specs of the Mini 2 camera.
Yeah.
It's 4K
Four-
30 and 12 megapixel pictures. That's exactly what
Yep.
the Mini 2 was.
And you didn't pay that much for it, did you?
400.
But it doesn't have a screen on the controller, right? You got to use a
No.
phone,
I'm gonna use a tablet.
tablet. Okay.
I'm gonna use that
Yeah,
A7
those
tablet.
tablets are a whole
Dustin.
lot better to use because you don't have to look when you plug your phone and you have to be like looking down all the time. You just like look straight at the tablet. It's bigger and better.
Well, I don't rest on my stomach, so.
Yeah, but the only downside to having to do a tablet or phone configuration is literally you got to sit there and assemble the controller.
Yeah.
That's the only downside.
Plug them
to
in,
it.
yeah, plug to play.
You got to carry cables, and then you got to carry the mount for it. And you got to put the
And they
mount in
don't
the
make
controller.
a controller with a screen, so
In the world we live in today, I haven't figured out yet how somebody hasn't figured out how to make other drones fly with the DJI smart controller.
DJI is
you
not
can.
sharing the software.
Yeah,
Well,
if
yeah,
you know how
but
to put
there's
software on it.
all those hackers out there, Jason, that they should be able to hack that shit.
Yeah, they're not. Those hackers aren't flying drones.
Yeah, but the problem is you're talking about software that's running a 4-prop drone, trying to configure it to run a 2-prop drone. That's completely different. It'd have to be a whole new.
Yeah, that'd be
Yeah,
a way to put that software on that. Now you see they got the Smart Plus computer that they have. I mean, the one that they use to fly the M50 with the big controller.
Yeah.
It's like twice the size of the Smart controller. That one, they've got a guy on eBay that jailbreaks it and goes in where you can fly your regular drones with it.
Oh,
He's
Dustin,
got it
how's
to
the,
where
Min-
it fly some of them. I think he'll fly the Mavic 3.
how's the Mini 1 been, Dustin? I ain't talked to you in a minute.
Because I like that new controller. They got that real big one they got. But I would not, if I'm not gonna pay $600 or $700 for it. It's all he wants for, like $600-700. And his used ones he's
Wow.
buying and he's reconfiguring them out to where you got all of it's just a bigger controller. Now if that was set up to where it would fly every drone you have, I'd probably jump on it.
That would be awesome. One controller, to fly them all.
Yep.
The Lord of
That's
the
basic.
controllers.
That's basically where I'm at right now because my smart controller flies all my drones, except for the Neo.
The Neo. Do you have the light for that thing, Joe?
No,
No.
it'll be here today.
Oh.
I'm gonna see if that makes a difference with the weight.
Makes it
Oh,
more
cool,
stable.
Dustin. Awesome.
Yeah. All right, fellas. I'm gonna run inside. I'm gonna go prep for the STEM class.
Okay,
And I'll see y'all
Jason.
All right,
later.
Jason.
Have a
Yes,
great
sir.
day, everyone.
Have a good one.
All right, guys. See ya.
Bye-bye.
Later.
At least you got some use out of it, Dustin.
What other drones do you fly, Dustin? I mean, I know you got the Mini One, but do you have like any other one? Does he have any other ones besides the Mini One, or does he fly any?
Back when I gave him that, he didn't really have anything, but I haven't talked to Dustin just but a couple times in the chat over the last like 6 months, and I'd never asked him, so I don't know if he's ever gotten anything. That was because that jackass rolled up on that motorcycle and picked his drone up and hauled ass with it. He got pissed off at
Yeah.
Dustin for flying in the park.
That's not really
But
much.
that was just a little cheaper drone. It was like a Potenzic or something like that. One of those type of drones.
Yeah. Wait,
What's
so
it-
Dustin was out flying his drone one day, and this motorcycle guy, when he went to go land, he picked it up and rode off with it.
Yeah. Because he got pissed off because Dustin was flying in a park or something.
It's Dustin, not Justin.
And he got the guy grabbed his drone and drove off with it on his motorcycle.
Oh, what a bastard!
And obviously him being on foot, probably nowhere near his car, he wasn't going to catch up with that guy.
Yeah. Did he end up getting it back?
No.
Oh.
Like I said, it was one of those cheaper drones like a Potenzic or one of those where it
Oh,
probably
yeah.
didn't even have a locator built onto it. So
Well, if that had happened to Joe, he'd have stopped him with a bullet, right?
I'd have shot him in his toe.
Yeah.
But,
Shoot
be
him
like,
with
what was
a
the movie?
potato gun.
Oh, there you
What was that
go.
movie? Eddie Murphy. There was a movie with Eddie Murphy and the
Potato
woman
J.
was.
Potato J. Boom.
It was a movie with Eddie Murphy and I can't remember who was in it, but he was standing there and the woman was arguing. And he said, "You need to shut up, get away. I'll shoot that toe off like
Oh,
that."
nice,
and he
Dustin.
shot her toe off.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah.
Nice. I love mine.
yeah, and you got to remember too, that guy wasn't stealing it because he wanted it. He was stealing it because he was pissed off at Dustin. So the guy probably drove a couple miles down the road and probably threw it in a dumpster or something.
I would have picked up a rock and threw it at him. Not come out of
Well, you got to remember too, like, say you're
Or get
standing
one
there
of
and you're
those,
landing
get
your
a
drone.
slingshot and put the rock inside of it, and then pull it, and then hit him with it.
Yeah, but the problem is somebody pulls up on a crotch rocket, and you're landing your drone, and they pick it up and haul ass. By the time you even just comprehend what the fuck just happened,
He's
you ain't
gone.
gonna have time. He's gone. You ain't gonna have time to react. Because I mean, you're talking about split seconds. I mean,
Well, that would be nice then to have an exploding drone. Hit the button. Boom.
hey, if the ATF wants, they can go visit Paul, not me.
He must have got off his bike to pick it up. You don't know. Do you realise just how hard it is to reach the floor from sitting on a bike?
That's it.
It all depends on what size the bike was, how tall the guy was. I mean, a lot of factors when it comes into that. But like I said, even then, it would still take you 20 seconds to comprehend what the fuck just happened. You know?
Or depends how far he landed from himself too, right?
Right.
I mean, if it was just a couple feet, the guy could have just
He could have
leaned over,
reacted.
picked it up, and just bang, gone. But TJ would have started running after him. He looks like he has.
I mean, it wouldn't have
problems.
mattered if you were on a 49cc scooter. You could have got away quick enough. I mean, seriously, like I
Yeah.
said, especially if you're not near your car or anything. As you got to think, most people go to a park, they park their car, they go walking through the park, get to a spot. You might be 100, 200 feet from your car. By that time, they're a mile and a half down the road. You don't know which direction they went.
Dustin's bought a Mini 3-foot Pro as well
Yeah, and he's got one FPV quad, he said.
from Brad.
No, it was actually kind of perfect timing that guy stole his drone though, because that was right when I was selling all mine. So I just gave him my Mini 1. I let him have it. I was like, because it was kind of, those were kind of hard to sell because people really weren't wanting them at the time. So there was a lot of them on the market at the time. And I mean, as much as I would have got for it, just cost me in shipping to send it to him any fucking way. So I wasn't worried about it. I had it on there I had it on Facebook Marketplace for 2 or 3 weeks before that, and nobody would buy it. So had it on there for a couple weeks.
It makes me wonder why it's frequently returned. It's $29.99 for an outdoor camera.
Yeah, because it's
360
probably
cam.
really cheap.
Yeah, really junk.
Oh, I was telling Jason last night, I got a message from Amazon the other day. Apparently, I've had 100,000 views on my reviews on Amazon for reviewing products I've bought. Said 100,000 people have looked at your reviews, the listings that you of purchased items. Keep up with the good reviews. I was like, okay. My pull-out game is not that great. Dusty would have shot himself in the leg trying to get his gun out. And I want this week to be over already. 2 more days.
Two more days and then it's the weekend again.
Yep.
Do any of you guys have one of these?
Can't see
What is
nothing.
that?
No,
What
I
is
don't have
that?
any of them.
It's an Alexa device.
Oh yeah, I've got one.
This one just stopped working.
Oh, huh.
Why it won't turn on or anything or what?
When I plug it in, it just goes around and around and around and around like it.
Because
It's
probably
not-
needs to be reconnected to your Wi-Fi. That's why.
Yeah, but how do you reconnect it to the Wi-Fi?
Honestly, I have no idea because I've never had one. So
On the app on the phone. You have to go into your Amazon.
That's the one in the bedroom, my bathroom.
I don't have no use for an Alexa, so I've never bought one. I want to look up something. I'll just look it up on my phone.
You have to go into the Alexa app on your phone to do it.
But yeah, I've never done one of those before. If I want to listen to music, I'll just turn my computer on and put music on. I got a big ass speaker with a subwoofer built into it that sits under my desk. It's loud as fuck. I can blow the walls off the house with it.
Oh God, somebody hit me in the back end.
Oh, she's just been asking you about your car.
Yeah, so somebody hit me. So now I've had to invest in kind of, well, I've got some in the house, but we don't use it. I think we should do. It's this day and age, it's now
Kate's just bought a dashboard cam for putting in her car when she gets it back after it's been fixed. Just in case it happens again.
I've got like 2 on that basically.
See, here's
Jody
what it,
said, Jody said you could press the WPS button on your router.
here's what it's doing. It's just going around in circles.
It's trying to connect to your internet.
My router actually doesn't even have one of those anymore. And they put the new one in.
Yeah, I don't think mine's got one either.
Mark told you how to fix it.
Here
Yeah,
comes your buddy, Joe.
It's a
Mark told you
Wi-Fi
how to fix it.
protected
You're not
setup.
listening.
What's that?
Mark told you how to fix it. You didn't listen. You got to
you
get on the
fix-
app on the phone.
Well, I
Gotta
went
get
to
an
the,
app
I
on the
went to
phone.
the I went to the app on the computer and it doesn't show it.
On the phone, it does say it. You got to go to Google, whatever it is, and set your Wi-Fi. You probably don't have your password.
Nope, probably don't.
Yeah, because what it's doing is it's the ringing that's going around. It's because it's just looking for a
It's
connection.
searching.
And then there's nothing there because you don't have it set up. So there's nothing wrong with it. It just, you got to reconnect it to your Wi-Fi. And then Jody said you could try pushing the WPS button on your router, but I don't know if that would work.
Then he might mess up this.
Well, that's just for quick connecting of devices, but I don't know if that will just automatically connect or not. Like I said, I don't know.
It's got to have the what you call it though. It's still got to have the password. Probably.
Because like I said, I've never had a use for an Alexa, so I don't use one. Never bought one.
I thought you had one time, Justin, because, well, maybe that was when Paul's was connected because you were telling it to do things one day.
Yeah, I was telling it to play music while he was gone one day.
Why are you showing it?
Because that's all it does is goes around in circles and I tried to reset it and it didn't work.
That's why we told you it's going around searching for your internet. You got to connect it to the internet.
Through the app on your phone.
We said it 3 times.
DJ, I like your little figurines.
Which
Mr.
one?
Lance, the one that Mr. Lance
yeah.
did, that one you posted this morning.
The little action figure. Those are pretty cool. Like when I first saw everybody doing it, I was like, man, I want one of them things.
You posted one.
Even
Yeah.
Joel has
What
nice
you
ones.
need to do is find a company that actually makes them, Joe, and get yourself one made.
I got a dozen coming. You talking about?
You actually found a company?
He did.
No,
he did
I'm gonna look for one.
I bet
He
there's
did a
one on
written-
Amazon.
Lance did a real life one and then a cartoon version one.
You're welcome, TJ.
Thank you,
'Cause
Lance. You're the man, man. You're the man, man.
That's Mr. Joe's next step for me. Thanks, Joe.
You know, Funko Pop has a website where on their website, you can actually design your own Funko Pop and they'll make it for you. About $50.
That's not
They'll
too
make-
bad, I guess.
Yeah, they'll make your own Funko Pop for you, and you can put whatever accessories you want it to have and all that.
Yeah, but it doesn't. You can't really make it look like you.
Alexa,
Yeah, you
what
can.
time
You can
is it?
upload a picture of yourself.
Oh, I didn't know that. Didn't see that.
Good morning.
Yeah,
Paul.
Sarah
It's
uploaded a picture of
9:46
me on
a.m.
there and was designing one, showed it to me, but I told her I didn't want to spend $50 on a Funko Pop.
Wow.
But she went on their website and designed one of me. Looked just like me.
What the
Now,
hell
do,
is
do, the Funko Pops do their heads bobble around like that?
Some of them do. It depends. What did you say, Mark?
what is one? I've never heard of it.
A Funko Pop is
Alexa,
kind
what
of
time
like
is it?
a bigger version of a bobblehead, sort of. But here, I'll pull up one
Thank
and show
you.
it to you. They're just like little figurines they do of like all different famous people and movie characters. And
Paul's excited because he got his Alexa to work.
It works.
It works.
Alexa, what time is it?
It's 9:47 a.m.
Thank you.
Shut up. All right, hold on.
That's funny. That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
So these are Funko Pops,
That's
Mark.
funny.
You might have to wait till they come on the TV, but they like have a SpongeBob one. They have a Dragon Ball Z, House of Dragons.
Oh, those things. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. They got Ghostface. They got a little baby Groot. All Star Wars characters. Pretty much any comic book or any kind of movie you can find a Funko Pop of. I actually have, let's see, I got 4 or 5 of them. I got the Ghostface. I have that one, the Captain America. And then I have a Deadpool one where he's actually showing his butt because he's got his butt sticking out. And then I have the Wolverine. And then I have a Darth Vader one.
Mm.
But yeah, there's thousands of them. They were real popular a few years ago. Some people still like to collect them though. But there used to be a big market for them about 5-6 years ago, but they've dropped way off. But there's still people out there that like to collect them. Because there's so many of them, you can have that hobby for years, just collecting different ones.
Yeah, when you walk into the coach's office over at Mandeville High, one whole wall is stacked with those things, all different ones.
Yeah.
And I've got one of them they want, and I won't give it to them.
I have a friend of mine who lives in Georgia, and she's got a bunch of like the Backstreet Boy Funko Pops.
Yeah, I'll take a picture of mine and show you. Let's see here.
What's up, Al? How you doing this morning?
Yeah, I didn't even realize with the chat GPT that you could upload a picture to it. Because I did the first one without putting a picture. I just described what I wanted.
Morning time to
So then I put my picture in on another one and it came out, it's identical, you know. It just blends in perfect. But I'm working on one right now that's gonna have all my, like my shirt, my patches, everything on it that I have,
Morning, Al.
you know. So I'm describing that I wanted to scale about 1 inch lower than the
Damn it.
shoulder. The patch I'll upload it. It'll be the AIP, have names on it, what it's gonna be, and see if it can do that. But I can't do it till tomorrow morning.
You only get 2 a day.
Yeah. Well, I only did one this morning. Only did one and it's not letting me do another one.
Really, so I did 2 for TJ, and then Johnny wanted me to do some, so I just did one of Johnny, and but I changed computers, so now I'm on a different computer, and it let me design one for Johnny.
So what you're
And-
saying is you cheat.
Lance.
Yeah, I'm cheating. And then
Sake.
I didn't like it because it gave him a beard, not a goatee. So I
Yeah.
changed the wording to goatee. Well, it didn't. It's still a beard. It didn't really change anything. The other one has a goatee. In fact, I'll show you if you guys want to see.
So Lance, when I
Yeah.
when I went on the when I clicked on that link that you sent me earlier this morning, I clicked it and it said I didn't have to log in or anything. I guess you do need an account or whatever.
Yeah, it says free account, and I don't know. So let me. So this is what I have with Johnny. So this kind of gives me a goatee. And this is the one.
Oh yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, you look like you got the weight right.
So this is the
That's
one
pretty funny.
that
That's good.
that I didn't type a goatee, but it gives him a little goatee, but a beard. This is the one that I said, take off the beard and put a goatee. Well, it didn't do that. So, and then this is the image I'm using. So anyway,
Yeah. Now I got a question. How do you get it to look like that, like a cartoon figure instead of an actual person?
so
you saying that?
you're using a different website.
You're saying action figure. That's what you're saying.
You're using a different website than I am.
No, I'm using the same one. But I see where you said action figure. I don't.
Yeah, but that doesn't matter if it's ChatGPT because there's a lot of different websites that use that in the background, but they use it slightly different. So are you guys using the
Yeah,
same
action
exact
3D
website?
action figure toy. That's the difference.
So that one, and then this one here is going to be a real one, and it's creating it right now. And this is this is what I put in so differently.
Oh,
Yeah,
Joe,
you see
there's
the way you say action figure toy. That's why it looks like that. I
look
Jody,
in the
didn't do
link.
that with mine. It just
Frustrated.
said, older gentleman like this.
Okay, so
Joe.
this one here, this you see my mouse, Joe. This one
Yeah.
here is going to be this one. It's going to look real.
Right.
This one here is here.
Jody's getting frustrated. He's asked Paul 5 times now how he got the Alexa to work.
Yeah, I know.
I have no
He
idea.
he had to do it.
I didn't. I took and plugged it in and it worked. And now it. Wait a minute. Alexa,
So you guys are seeing it live as it creates. Sorry,
I
Johnny.
think what it was is where it was plugged in the bathroom, it wasn't getting connected.
Oh, and there's Johnny's real. That's not real though. That doesn't look real either.
Because you still
Joe.
said action figure toy.
Joe, look at the link in the chat. There's the Funko custom build if you want to look at it.
Yeah, I'm gonna look at it. I'll do it.
But that's what this one says. Action figure toy.
Yeah.
So what did you say? Action figure?
I just said describe of an older man. And I said with a certain kind of haircut. I never said a toy. When you say toy, it's gonna look like that.
So I'm going to take toy out.
I thought she uploaded a
Mr.
picture.
Joe, I'm next in line, eh?
I was positive she did.
Well, I can't do anything with it because, like I said, I'm
Hey.
limited.
Dusty's talking about how my Funko Pop needs to have sound with laughing. If we're doing this, he'll contribute.
I guess there isn't a. I thought there was a picture thing to upload,
Yeah, I didn't see a picture thing either.
but they're doing a 10% off right now on it. You wanna do it?
Yeah, I wouldn't mind having one, but I like these. But I wish I could get somebody to make one of these.
Alexa,
Enough.
what time is it?
No, that's enough. Stop
Yeah,
it.
but you probably could find a company on Amazon that makes toys where you could upload that to them
Thank you.
Yeah.
and tell them you want that made.
You got to add something else to it. Oh,
But I know
Lance.
that ain't gonna be cheap though.
Oh, I
Go
know.
ahead.
That's something
You
that
say
you're gonna
drone
order
pilot,
one of.
right? And then say you need to put a sticker in the bottom that says 1/16 scale or something like this. Or since he's so short, make it 1/20th scale. Or 1/10th scale. That's even better. Because that means he's short. And then put on the other side, we have seen him fly. We know how he flies. Yeah, he told me this morning that you were making him one. Yeah, you can say add a sticker on the bottom or send it on each side. You could say, I think.
Yeah, but is it gonna downsize all that though? Just not him?
No. If you say add a sticker. In the bottom, say bottom right and left hand corners and say one saying this and one saying this. Yeah, that way it's very specific. Because the one I've got is like the paragraph's like that freaking long. Yeah, it's the same site I'm using. Only difference is I'm
no,
using
you're
night
using
mode. I'm
this-
not using that
yeah.
bright stuff.
Yeah, and I changed it to yellow. I typed in yellow.
Yeah.
You used this guy's video.
Oh,
I used a different
Okay,
video.
Boomer.
I didn't use that at all.
Oh, you didn't use this guy's video?
I did it all on my own. I just
Okay.
pulled it up and started saying what I wanted.
Okay.
I wish I'd have used something else. I wouldn't have to think about it as hard.
His action figure looks high as hell.
Around. I'll make up team. Is that a big one? Because that's a big one.
I wonder how I could get his real
His
logo
logo?
in there. Yeah.
Well, the only way you can get that logo on it is copy his logo and,
Yes.
and copy and paste it.
Oh,
Yeah, I might do that in
What about-
Photoshop.
That's what I did on mine. If you notice my iPad, I've got my
No,
That
screensaver
big
thing on.
next to it is an
Yeah.
adapter.
I think I'll do that.
Sean, why
tomorrow.
don't you just
Just
try to
let me get back up.
do a 3D or something and print that?
There's a 32
Yeah, I know.
gigabyte.
But look
My
at that.
Hey, you could.
That'd be cool, Joe.
On a
That looks bigger.
Granted, you're not going to have the packaging, but
Yeah.
I think I've just got the opposite one.
here you go, TJ. Here's my collection here.
That's a big one, isn't it?
What's 30?
TJ,
Oh, nice.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
That's
wait.
cool.
but see,
Boom,
he's
boom,
Dustin,
showing
you
his
got,
butt right there.
Boom.
you got two of the Deadpool ones.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's the little one that came with him. But he's got his butt cocked out right there.
Yeah.
That's a bigger one, isn't it?
No, small one.
All right. So it says I've ordered.
But yeah, you could probably 3D print all that stuff, but the packaging is the only thing that you wouldn't have.
Yeah. Scratching your back there, TJ?
Yeah, apparently I got burned over the weekend. See,
Apparently,
I got
we saw it.
I got a tan tattoo.
Yeah, a tan too.
I got a tan too, yeah.
Well, at least you didn't get COVID.
I know, right? knock on something, knock on wood.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, Dusty told me about the big penis he drew on your back with the.
I didn't see that. I'll have to look in the mirror when I go take a shower later.
Yeah, he put the sunblock on there in a penis shape. So when you weren't looking.
He must have did that while I was laying out.
Oh, dude, I hate getting sunburnt. Oh, I hate that.
Yeah, it doesn't feel too good.
Oh, look at this. You guys want to see?
Yeah.
It doesn't really look like him, but let me. He's not going to like this one. I better not share it.
You better show it.
Okay, I'll show it. Sorry, Johnny. Okay, let's see. How do you share?
All right, I'm gonna get a screen share.
Okay, share here, there.
Yeah, I'm sure you would have, Dusty.
Yes,
Oh my God, that is creepy looking.
That does not look like him, but
That's pretty funny. That's
Hey.
pretty funny.
Thinking about it, can you get one that's a duck that you can put Johnny's head on?
with the finger.
Yeah.
Or just
Oh my God, the head looks so big.
Yeah,
instead of like take out one of the take out the.
So I said change it
Or
to
no,
a lighter man.
Instead of having the computer there, have him holding the duck with the middle finger.
I think this here, the 1/10 scale, probably did that to him. Sorry,
It
Johnny.
could've.
I'm not gonna. I won't send you that one.
Yeah, try running that through your 3D software you were using, Joe, and see if it would come up with a print. That'd be pretty cool.
Wow. That's funny, that one. I'm gonna tell Johnny I got that one screen. I took a screenshot of that quick. It's like a blackmail.
TJ, there's the link in there for the custom Funko Pops if you want to.
Yeah,
I'm gonna go over there and I'm gonna say I have a screen share of that thing. I want all the stickers.
Since you're making all that big manager money now, you can go get that Funko Pop you always wanted.
Dusty said
Drums and
a Funko Pop needs to have sound with laughing in it.
You know they got on printables. You can make a duck valve
Yo,
stem,
Joe,
right?
what's up? Joe.
So you can for your tires. So I might make some of those and give them out to Jeep owners.
Excuse you?
They make a valve stem with a duck on the end of it. So I might print some valve stems and give it to ducks, Jeep owners so they can have ducks on their valve stems.
What the hell's a G-boner?
A Jeep. It's a Jeep.
The
You
Jeep.
sound like you said. That's not what it sounded like you said.
That's cheap Mike he told me to buy. Cheap
Jeep owner.
Jeep owner.
You mean a dust cap?
Yeah. It's a valve stem.
Oh, come up on the panel, man. You ain't doing nothing, are you?
I said I like to call Jeep owners curb princesses.
Like you see? I can make a bunch of those and give them out to the people that own Jeeps.
Don't even give them out. Just put them on their valve stems when you go into a parking lot.
Well, that'd be funny.
Now you
wouldn't it?
might get a bat in the back of the head when they think you're trying to do something to their tire, but
That's why I don't give it up.
Oh, that's what those are. Okay, because Brad made some little drone valve stems that he gave me at the drone meet to put, and then I tried to put them on, and they weren't fitting. I walked up to Brad. I was like, Brad, these aren't fitting on my valve stem, and so we walked over there, and I guess he like made the screw part, he made them like deeper inside so that way they can latch on there. Because when I went to put them on, it didn't look like they were fitting at first.
what you could do, Joe, is make them in a set of 4 and then have a little card that just says valve stem covers, and then you just put a little dab of hot glue and stick all 4 of them to the card, and you can just stick it right in there, windshield wiper.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking about doing something like that.
Because they might not
Put
know
them in a
what they
little
are.
bag, a little plastic bag.
Yeah, and just put a little like note in there that's what they're for, since they might not know what the hell they're for.
Yeah, I
Oh,
was starting a new
Johnny's getting a
fad.
hold of me. He's probably going to scream at me here. Oh, he said thanks.
Hey Johnny, I got a copy of it. I want all the stickers, the ones I don't have.
I
Every
don't know
one
if
of
he's.
them.
I don't know if he's listening to us, but I think I.
Oh, he's listening.
Oh, is he? Okay. So Johnny,
Want
I
it
put
all.
your logo in there. I'm going to send you that one right now. So put your logo in there. Let's take
All right,
a
I'm
look.
jumping off. I'll catch y'all later.
Hi, Justin.
They say
Later,
Justin.
Justin.
Have a good one.
Hey, Lance, only 2 more hours to go.
Oh, I know. Is that the par 3 starts at 9 o'clock my time?
Yeah,
Okay.
12 o'clock Eastern Daylight.
Okay, Johnny, here you go. I don't know how I can make you taller. I'll have to fool around with that. Okay, file save.
What, 12 o'clock? We're on about that.
Well, it's 5 o'clock our time. It's the Augusta Par 3 competition they have before the tournament.
So I'm going to be on Bill, the drone reviewers show later on this evening, and he's going to be talking about 3D printing. So I'm going to show him like all the 3D printed stuff that.
You talking about coast to coast?
You mean coast to coast? Bill of
Yeah.
Drum who was last night.
Yeah, well, his name's Bill too, but
Yeah.
there's a lot of Bills, a
Thomas.
lot of Steves, a lot of Johns.
Yeah. Bill Thomas.
Mention me and making your little stick figure. He'll like that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he doesn't start until 1:30 in the morning here. After Johnny. There's Johnny on tonight, isn't he?
Johnny's on tonight. Yes, I'm gonna run out by his house this afternoon. I'm gonna give him all the new stickers I got.
Hey, Johnny,
So
I
you-
just sent you another one.
Look, TJ.
Huh?
That.
Oh, did you do? Oh, are those your new stickers?
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
nice. That's pretty good. That's a good one.
Pay by PayPal.
Well, it just.
So I'm gonna give him a year's worth
it's
for his
more than-
contest.
119.
Do what?
I'm gonna give him enough to be able to, for the next
It-
year,
it-
put him in the
it's-
sticker package.
It's,
Oh, there you go.
I think you
Hey,
want.
Johnny, if you have a picture of your sticker, DM me that, and I will put that on your action figure.
Plus, so, and then plus that, so you get that as well. I think it's that you get that as well, yeah. I'll pretend to screen this.
Johnny's still in here.
Maybe.
Just see if you can order that.
Page 2.
What I'm just looking at. That goes on. Sorry. If you go on to our guest, see that one? That's what I want.
You eating some ice cream, Paul?
Do that there.
Uh,
Goes on your thingy.
What's he eating? Ice cream?
Back covered.
I just asked him that. That's what he's eating. He's eating some ice
Yeah.
cream.
There's
looks like
always
ice
room
cream,
for
yeah.
ice cream, Joe.
Oh, go on.
But just remember, when you're complaining about walking with it lean,
Well,
because of the ice cream and the Boston cream.
At least I know. I just want to make it safe.
Pretty soon he's gonna need something to balance him with, because he's gonna be leaning so far.
Yeah.
So at the meeting last night, I gave out 65 business cards
Nice.
to all the new parents coming in. It got a couple of hot single moms. So that's gonna be good. So they were talking about an app that the kids have they have to monitor their weight and how they have their calorie intake, and you
Right.
put all your stuff in there, and you tell them what you want to gain and what you want to lose and how much you want to lose a week and where's your goal, right? Or gain over that. So I did that last night. I put it all in, saying what I want to lose, and it says that I could lose 50 pounds between now and November 27th if I keep my calorie intake down to 1,500 calories a day.
Don't want to buy cheap.
You know what that means? You can drink water.
Let's pay for
Water.
to what's done the job.
Yeah, because if you eat, like, if I eat 2 biscuits in the morning, that's 600 calories already.
Oh yeah.
You know, if I eat 2 eggs in the morning, it's about 450 calories. So, boy, I'm gonna have to change my. Yesterday, I was able to get in at about 2,300.
Eating is overrated.
Eating
That's
is
what I
covered.
say. Oh,
You know, so I'm gonna try to play around with it, because I'm gonna readjust it. Instead of saying I want to lose 4 pounds a week, I want to lose 3 pounds a week and see if it brings me up to 2,200, something like that. Because I could get by with the 2,200 I ate yesterday if I eat here and I don't go out and eat. And then that's not counting any exercise.
think that.
So if I exercise some, I could probably go to 2,700.
Yeah, I know.
Which faces front.
Yeah,
So
well,
I've got to figure this out. I'm
Yeah.
gonna try to lose another 50 pounds.
So that does both instead of the one that you already
but it
ordered.
doesn't, yeah, that's say it's all right. Still better than that. So I was gonna get 2 either way, so it doesn't really matter. I want to make sure I've got it, good quality one where it does.
But then how would we survive, Dusty, if we didn't eat food? We would just like starve ourselves and then just like we would just be like just skin and bones.
Well, Joe's biggest problem, he likes to eat Cajun.
Cajun, yeah.
Yeah, that's my problem right there.
Hmm. Oh yeah, there you go. It's like a big meal in your mouth, like the piece of bubble gum.
Well, Brenda, how's that little angel doing?
Snozberries taste like snozberries. What the hell is a snozberry? Yeah, it's kind of funny, Dusty, because after I read something somebody says, I'll just laugh at it because it was funny. It was a funny comment. Brenda, come on the panel and show us your little doggy.
Brenda doesn't come on the panel.
She came on once before.
Long time ago.
Yeah. All gone.
That's what happens when the boner licks the bowl.
Oh, so you just put it right back in the cupboard.
Yep. Oh, it's clean now, yeah.
You don't even have to clean it. It's already clean.
She cleaned it right up.
That's funny.
Lance, isn't that what you do? Is you let the dogs lick the bowls and then you put them in the cupboard, right?
Yep.
So what are you doing today, Ed?
No, not much, not much. It's raining outside, so it's just laying low.
Yeah, we got some bad weather coming our way. I'm gonna take a look at the weather right now.
Hey, Ed, did you mark the block?
Oh, shit.
Did I what?
He's mark the block. You call Boone Booner.
Oh, I was not even paying attention.
Yeah, he said the Booner.
What about looking a boner?
Right, Boone? Yeah, boy. That's my boner. That's you. Yes, you are. 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 You're the boner. Yes, 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 yes.
Did he just say boner?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, when he gets between my legs, he's my boner.
Oh, we don't want to know about what you do with the dog between your legs, Paul. Okay, there's a whole different story now.
Yeah,
Now we have a whole different.
You know what I hate about getting older is it's how your skin gets thinner. So just that he scraped me and I'm bleeding.
Well, stop getting them so excited.
Right, boner? Yeah, boner. Yeah, boner. Boner, boner. Boner, boner. Yeah,
And knock his ass out the chair in a minute upside down because his feet go up.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Clear bone. Clear bone. Come on, jump up here. Ah!
Oh, shit.
Oh, God.
He's going to knock him down out.
Boner.
Both of them are going to fall backwards. Watch.
He's going to be backwards upside down with his feet up in there. And he's going to be hollering, I'm falling and I can't get up. And then Boone's going to walk over there and eat him.
Help, help.
Justin, where are you going to take your nap?
He said, Justin said he's done after that comment. He's leaving.
He's taking his nap. Where's he going to take it?
In his bed. What else?
Oh, okay.
He's just going to go in front of his house in his grass and lay down and take a nap.
Yeah, just go in the yard and lay down in the grass.
There, he got me bleeding.
Oh, Lord.
You know why, right? You're dehydrated. You know why? Because you drink Diet Pepsis all day.
Well, I supplement it with ice cream.
That's the same thing.
And donuts.
Drink
And
water.
don't forget the donuts.
Yeah, the donuts go in there and they sop up all the Diet Pepsi. Makes you really dehydrated.
Justin, he cracks me up.
Yeah, he's pretty hilarious.
Okay, so I'm creating one for a buddy of mine who we're all Mariner fans, but we all gripe after they lose. They lost 2-1 last night to Houston in extra innings. Could
Oh, you're
not-
creating an action figure for your buddy?
Yeah.
Oh.
So it's letting me create as many as I want to. I knock on wood
Oh, there you go.
on my computer upstairs, but on my laptop it only let me do 2 and said I couldn't until 24 hours from the last time I created one. This one I've created like 4. I wonder if I have an account on this one, where I'm grandfathered in because I got on the Chat GPT early on.
Watch, Paul's gonna come back with the bus of cream.
Maybe two of them.
Johnny likes the last one I sent him, and I put his Drones with Coffee logo in the computer. Creating this. So I'm leaving. I'm being brave or stupid. The dog is downstairs by herself. She puked like 4 times this morning already. I think she's done. So, but I've got her walled on the hardwood, so it's not gonna puke on any rugs or anything.
Oh, that's a mess when a dog or a cat pees or poos on a rug. Like, fuck.
Yeah. And I give the dog to our other set of friends who live next door to them. Oh, this is good. This is good. I'm liking this. You guys want to see my Mariners one
Sure.
or not?
Which one did you make?
Seattle Mariners. Let me see if I share.
And put some quick stop on it.
Quick stop.
You know what you do when you're trimming toenails? On
Oh
the
yeah.
Oh, look at there, Coach Lee.
This is my buddy Dwayne Lee.
Angry Mariner fan.
Broken bat, a ball that has a chip in it, looks like.
Yeah.
What's he holding the
It must be a
DJI
drone.
controller?
Yeah, controller. I don't know. It must be thinking above. I wish he didn't have a controller in there.
Tell him it's a little TV. He's watching the game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll tell him it's a TV.
All I know is, well, everybody's making these things down. We got too much time on our hands.
Yeah, that's what somebody said that in the and I think who said that? Somebody said that.
I said that.
Justin's taking a nap now, huh? Okay.
Yeah.
I wondered where he went.
I made one for my daughter. That was kind of cute.
I emailed. Not
Have a good one,
emailed the
Skyfly.
show.
All right, Joe. Have a good day, bud.
I did put a little special pack in there for you, but yeah, I'll send you some more stickers in the mail.
No, don't worry about it, Johnny. Johnny was going to send me more stickers, so he doesn't have to do that. He sent me the shirt that I won at the meetup.
Yeah, that was rigged.
Kind of was.
Yeah, because you put every number in there. You said 1 to 50, and you had something already pre-programmed. Just press a button, all of them went in.
No, I'm a quick typist. And it was a fairly low number, I think. It was like 16 or something.
Watch what I'm going to do with Captain Ray Thursday night.
What are you going to do with Captain Ray? Oh my God.
I ain't gonna tell you. When he gives away his contest, I'm all ready to go. I'm gonna win that one. Yep. Barely touching you, Paul.
Well, give it a minute.
Barely touching you, Paul.
You got some more snow coming?
Yep.
Shoot,
Oh.
that's nothing, Paul.
Yeah, that's nothing. Here comes the snow over here. I'm going to set it for 24 hours.
In April?
Yep.
Watch, it gets a little
Snow,
tip
snow,
of it. Watch.
snow.
They say I feel rich. That's just a feeling, rich. What if it's true? Then your veins explode in your head.
There's overnight right there.
Tears of joy. Face with tears of joy.
Snow, snow, snow.
You should have kept your snowblower on.
Did you sell that snowblower?
Yep.
How much?
$100.
It was 150 yesterday.
Well, that's more. Yeah, it is. I advertised it for what, 200 or 250?
Yeah. 200, I think.
So you gave me $150. I almost just said, just take the damn thing, you know, but.
All I know is I don't want you selling cars for me. Or anything, actually.
That's what I used to do when I was a senior in college. I used to sell cars for AMC Jeep.
So you're saying you forgot everything you learned, right?
Yep. Well, here's what I did learn. You might think it's funny. I'd only been there like about 6 months, and all of a sudden they had a great big awards banquet, and I was awarded the top seller of life insurance on the sales, because I automatically put life insurance on every sale I made. I didn't ask them if they wanted it. I just included it in the financing.
That's what all the places are getting done for over here. They're having to give the money back when people do.
Because they asked me at the banquet, well, how did you sell so many of those policies? I said, you guys don't put it in the deal automatically? And they sign it? So the sales manager was sitting down at the other end of the table. He's just shaking his head going, oh my God, oh my God.
That same night you got a phone call, please don't show up the next day.
Yeah, my car sales gig didn't last very long.
Making one of my brother-in-law.
Nice.
Too much time on my hands. Spring break.
Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot about that because normally you're hanging out at your school at the school waiting for the kids to come, but I forgot you was on spring break, ain't you?
You and Paul both.
I totally forgot about spring break for some weird reason.
Oh, now it says I've reached my limit. Okay, I can't do it. Joe, give me your account.
I'm at my limit, so done.
Like if when you have an account, can you only do like a certain amount of number of figurines or whatever?
They let you do 2.
Oh.
I'm gonna jump on my other computer here. It's sitting right next to me. See if it'll let me. Nope, it's saying
your maximum amount has been reached.
Well, you can pay more, can't you?
You can. What's your credit card number, Paul?
810 FU2.
How's that look?
How's
that look, Lance?
Oh, what happened to that?
That's a Nevada too.
Looks like a battery maybe exploded in there.
The guy hit some high voltage wires and the battery exploded.
Oh, that
holy
explains.
shit. That's pretty wild.
I bet you don't send that into DJI to get it fixed.
I bet you I would. If I had Care Refresh, I would.
They'll still cover for that?
Yeah. Doesn't matter how you broke it. For $29, I'll get a new one.
What?
That'd make for a good short, huh?
Damn, that thing got fried.
This one here, let's see. One of these, he said it must be this one. This one was the voltage. This one went into a wall full speed. Battery exploding both.
Was TJ teaching them how to fly or what?
I think Johnny was.
I
think it was Johnny.
Like, oh, watch out for that. Watch out for that. That power line right there.
Hey, TJ. When Johnny was learning how to fly FPV and he was doing it manual, right?
Yeah.
We're at the park, all this big parking lot, and he's flying, and there's a big fence with about a good 6-8 foot opening because they've got it to where you can bring golf courts in between. All of this.
Yeah.
Big fence, big opening, right? And he's flying about the height of the fence. And I said, you know, you got that big fence over there, right? He says, yeah, I'm going through the opening. And he hit the fence.
Oh, God.
So he can't tell me anything about hitting a pole.
That's crazy.
The funny part about it is when it hit, he must have compensated for the hit. And the thing went up in the air about 50 feet and then went flying about 100 yards the other way and then came down and crashed.
Oh, shit.
And he had to go over there and he had to find the battery and everything and went everywhere. It was the regular Avata.
Oh, the OG one?
Yeah, battery went one way. I think the filter was on the ground. He had to pick up.
Well, didn't he have the latch thing to hold the battery in?
If you'd have seen it hit, it wouldn't have mattered. Didn't matter.
Oh, God.
Like I said, it went full speed backwards into the ground.
Laura, what's up?
Morning, Laura.
You know why she does that, right? You know why she says shut up, Joe, all the time? Because she can't get over the fact that we won the war.
I thought it was because maybe you talk too much. I don't know.
No, she just can't get over the fact that we won the war.
Oh.
And we have better food too.
Have better food. I don't know. Like I went to when I was in high school when we went overseas to march in the New Year's Day parade. The food over there wasn't too bad actually. Because I think we ate like at a couple places. Like we grabbed food like from. I think we went to like a couple restaurants and then like we got food off of. I think they had like those freestanding things that you get the food off the whatevers or whatever.
Oh, we've got to deliver it.
Got food off of them things. It's not too bad actually.
Hey, Mark, what did she say that said when she used to fly, she flew like shit? What?
You what?
Laura put in there when she used to fly a drone, she flew like shit. What?
I'm flying shit.
I am good at it.
How's David? You electrocuted him
All right.
yet?
She don't give a flying shit about the war. That's polite. Normally, you would say you don't give a flying fuck, but
Yeah.
they were £8.50 each. So, yeah, so 34 quid for 4 packs.
Not bad, is it really?
Look at this t-shirt. I might get this t-shirt.
I farted.
Easy shit, man. That's pretty good. I
I
farted.
like that. I thought
Yeah,
that's
that's
as close to giving a shit as you're gonna get.
Yeah, that's pretty funny.
That is funny.
What are these other ones down here?
Oh, they're all kind of stuff. The same thing, same colors, just different colors. I'd get it in black. I'd get it in black.
Yeah.
Oh, you need to
You
get
gotta-
it brown.
No. Yeah.
Oh yeah, duct tape. Duct tape can't fix stupid, but can muffle the sound.
That's some good shirt. I like these.
There is that looks like t-shirthell.com. There's a website called t-shirthell.com. They got all kind of funny shirts on there.
Loki. It's somebody working. Leave them alone.
Joe, I'm going to make you the host. I'm going to go catch a ship real quick.
Another block.
Dustin like the duct tape one.
I got it. I am definitely getting this one. I'm definitely getting this one.
You look really weird doing that with your head. That is pretty funny.
I'm
You look
getting that
really
one.
weird doing that with your head. That's pretty good.
And I'm
That's
getting it in
funny.
red too, so it'll stand out.
You're going
Okay,
too fast.
far
Hold
left,
on.
we can pack
Hold
it
on.
in.
Hold on, you're going too fast.
That's funny.
That is funny, isn't it?
Yeah, that's pretty good.
You gotta do a screenshot of that and send it to my kids. Tell them I want this for Father's Day. I sent it to my son, and Marine Corps said he'd buy it.
You look really weird doing that with your head. That's funny. I could see myself wearing that shirt and then just people like walking around just doing this. That's funny.
Now I got this shirt. I got this shirt, but it's a different style. I like this style better. 'Cause we got 7-on-7 coming up in July, and the Christian group comes out and they sponsor it, right? So I've got a shirt that says this thing, I want to be so full of Christ that when a mosquito bites me and flies away, it's singing there's power in the blood.
That's pretty funny.
And I've got that one in the back.
That's funny. There's power in the blood.
That's why the one I've got on. I said,
Yeah.
drone flying is another reason Jesus loves me. I wore it out
Yeah.
there the day of the 7-on-7 last year.
I like that Tabasco commercial when the kid's on his front porch, like eating the pizza, like pouring the sauce on it, and a mosquito comes and lands on his leg and sucks his blood, and when the mosquito takes and flies away, it blows up in midair.
TJ, you're gonna laugh hard on this one. You're gonna laugh hard on this one.
Hey, we haven't heard TJ go off yet.
Want to talk about Jesus?
Talk about Jesus. Let us pray.
Let's pray.
Yeah. That's pretty good. Want to talk about Jesus? Let us pray.
I might have to get that one for the second day.
Yeah, there you go.
I might have to do it. I gotta save this site because I'm gonna be buying some of these.
What side is that? T-shirt hell?
Hold on, I'm gonna put. No, it's light in the box. Hold on, I'll give you. I'll put it in the chat.
Because T-shirt, like I was saying earlier, there's a website called tshirthell.com, and they got some pretty good shirts. Oh, light in the box.
Yeah.
I like the head one. That's funny.
Yeah, that is funny.
Yeah. Yeah. That's pretty funny. Oh, Dustin said there's Timu's got some funny ones too. He's ordered quite a few off of there.
Yeah, they do. I get a lot from Temu like that. That's where I got the other one at. It's the same thing. It cost me like $8.
Oh. Yeah, I guess Timu's got some pretty good cheap deals on their shirts or whatever. $8 for a
Okay,
shirt ain't bad.
Yeah, I got 2 bills to pay between now and the 13th.
No, just tell him that's not your name. Send him all that guy.
No, I'm not gonna worry about it today. Yeah, I have got to buy some of these. I got one of them says, "Here I am. What are your other 2 wishes?"
Here I am. What do you do?
I really like the one about you look kind of funny with your head going of the different.
Yeah, that's funny. I like that one.
Doing that with
That's
your
one of
head.
my favorite. That's one of my faves.
I really like that. I got another one in. This one I need to wear around my daughter when we're having a party somewhere.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I need to wear that around the house when they're drinking.
He might be drunk. Yeah.
We got
What's the
another
one
one
that
right
said
here.
there was one that said I shaved my balls or something.
Yeah. Look at this.
I
I'm a
shaved my
bad
balls.
influence, but we're gonna have a lot of fun. Well, wrong one. Wrong screen. Wrong screen. Stop sharing.
I
This one
shaved
right
my
here.
balls. I'm a bad influence, but we're gonna have a lot of fun.
And they got a whole bunch of them on there.
Yeah. How much are their shirts on off of that site?
Forrest Gump, right? Mama always said, right?
Now what?
A mama always said,
Oh
Forrest
yeah,
Gump.
yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Forrest Gump.
Here's the best one.
It's like mama said, what the fuck is wrong with
What
you?
the
What the fuck is wrong with you? That's pretty funny.
Yeah,
That's
that's
pretty
fine.
good.
Another one says, this one would be good for my brother. It says, if I said I'll fix it, I will. There's no need to remind me every 6 months.
Uh,
Yeah, they got some good stuff on here.
Light in the box.
I need this. I need this to wear around my ex. It says I'm retired. I do what I want, when I want, where I want, and I also don't have you as my problem anymore. Yeah, they got some. I tell you what, about once a year I redo T-shirts. I go through old ones and get rid of old ones, and I usually buy about 10. I'm gonna be spending some money. I'm gonna be buying them from this guy. 'Cause they look like they're better T-shirts too. I'll buy one, and if it really is really a nice T-shirt, then I'll buy some from 'em. But these things are like $18 a piece. But they fit
what?
good.
Some what, Dustin? Some sip. I don't even know what the heck that is. Sip you
No,
tool.
I'm on my phone. One Vision. I didn't fall asleep.
What's he talking about? Listen to some what?
Listen to some spectacular.
Sepultura something.
He says Google it.
What is Sepultura or whatever? I can't even pronounce it. Sepultura. Real music, not that Justin Bieber shit you listen to.
He's talking about the big heavy metal.
All right, y'all. I'm gonna get off here. I'm gonna try to go get my hair cut today. Getting long and out of control.
Ooh.
Yeah. But I'll see you guys later on this evening.
Okay, man.
Okay.
All right, y'all have a good day.
You too.
Later. I like this other shirt. It says, remember when I asked for your opinion? It says, yeah, me neither. That's a good one too. Got a whole bunch of these things. See, I wear T-shirts 90% of the time. So the bottom line is, I'd probably spend $100 in it, a couple of hundred. Yeah, I'm definitely saving it. Only thing I don't like about it, it's like Temu. If you open a tab, it'll go to a new tab.
No.
I just looked up, I got about 20 tabs open. Gonna be like Paul. Did I save it? I don't remember if I saved it or not. Look. Not there. Not there. I'm gonna save it now. other bookmarks. Then I'll move it to shopping.
No. Charge them.
I really want to know why that short that I put out yesterday is not showing up on my site. It's published, but it's not showing on my site. If the one don't do it today, I'm gonna have to get in touch with him and say, why are my shorts not showing up? This is gonna start driving me nuts. It ain't football time yet.
To me, it was maybe a touch of a surprise because people talk so often about the escalations.
I'm about to pay off a loan that I took from my daughter that she never paid me back. And they're sending me all kind of stuff trying to give me more money.
Classic Billy Bean analytics here in terms of what perceptively is important versus what is realistically important. I think those numbers sort of highlight the fact that yes, putting does perceptively look like it's over.
And my daughter, if she gets this, she's got this job. She's gonna make good money, and they're gonna pay for her RN and everything. If she goes to, she can go to school and still be paid without working. After she's with them a year, and go to school for 2 years, still get paid, don't have to work, and have to give them 5 years after that.
And Jim.
That's who she wants to work for. So I've already told her. I said, when you get steady and you catch up everything, I better have $100 a month coming in to pay off that freaking $3,000 you owe me. I said, I'm gonna take your daughter. And she knows I'm lying because I don't want the girl full time. I said she needs to start paying me back at least $100 a month.
Hello, Jim.
Hey, Jim. See what they all thinking is about this Marine Corps money that eventually I'm gonna get. And they're thinking, well, once he gets the money, he don't need us to pay him back. That's what they're thinking. And I already told them. I said, if I get that Marine Corps money, I said, I'm gonna set y'all up. I said, but if you owe me money, you ain't getting nothing. Y'all got to pay me up before it happens. My son, my youngest son, Justin, told me, he said, well, just give me the money you were going to give me and take the money I owe you out of it. He said, it don't work that way. I said, I want the money up front. Yeah, between the two of them, Nick doesn't owe me anything. Between the two of them, they owe me about $5,000. Told Justin the same thing. I said, when you get back to work, you make $100 a month payment to me. I don't care how long it takes to pay me off, but pay me off.
How old is he?
186. He'll pay me. He'll pay me back. He just knows I haven't pushed him about it yet, And Brittany's the only one I worry about.
You know what I thought was kind of cool, Joe? My brother-in-law took their daughter back in. She was probably 23, 24, somewhere in there. Moved back home. And my brother-in-law told his daughter, said, you need to pay me X amount of dollars a month to live back at home.
Right.
And she was kind of bummed, but she did. And it was, several $100s. And what he did is he put it into an account and he didn't tell her.
To give it back to her.
And he gave it all back to her, but he basically made her think that, hey, she had to figure out how to survive on,
Yeah.
a salary and, paying bills. So I thought that was
Yeah.
kind of cool.
Nice.
See, that's
Because
what
you
I've
love-
told,
you love
like I
your
told
kids.
Justin. Yeah, when Justin came and lived with me, I told him I wasn't going to pay him rent. I might have him pay rent. I said, I got it, I said, but if I need you to do something, you're going to do it. That was the deal. If I need to get the brakes done, you come out and do the brakes,
Mhm.
I'll sit and watch you. So I had a couple of things done over the time, and I didn't care because I knew he was just getting into the job and struggling a little. You see, the ex-wife, as soon as they got old enough, she started charging them rent for living there. It's like, and then she was using it and still couldn't pay her rent. So it's like, I told him, as long as I can do it, I'm not gonna worry about it. I told him, but if it comes to the point where y'all living with me and I can't do it, you helping. That's how I said, And I said, y'all get stupid with your money, then I'm gonna start charging you to save your money. But Nick, he worked at Texas Roadhouse for 7 years as
Is that a
a
restaurant?
busboy and a server. That's what he did before he went to Marine Corps. And he when he goes out to eat, he gives crazy tips, everything. And he says, that's because I had to live that way. I knew what it was like. And if the service was good, I wanted an $8 tip or $10 tip, That's what he expected. So he'll go out and have a meal with his wife. And if he's got great service, he'll leave a $20 tip,
Wow.
it was way back in time. I used to do, I was doing video at a club called Denim and Diamonds. It was a a nightclub. And they used to have the Simply Irresistible contest, the wet t-shirt contest. They had one more, I can't remember what it was. But there were 3 contests during the week. And we used to go over there. I walked in there one day and I looked at the thing and I told the guy, I said, hey, you need somebody to do video? I could do video for you of the contest, have it back to you the next night so you could have it on your big screen TVs. I said, and I could do it for everything you got this for the thing. And I think I charged him $100 a video, right? It was a little 10-minute video that I put together. If the contest lasted 20 minutes, it was 20 minutes. I just put it together and just ran the contest. That's all. I didn't do anything special. I charged him $100 a video, and I was doing 3 a week. I told him, he said, that's all you're going to charge me? I said, that's all I'm going to charge you. I said, but this is what I want. I want 5 VIP passes that I could give to people I know, and I don't want names on them. I said, this is going to be, because they had to have names on the VIP passes. I said, you let your people know that if somebody comes in without one, it's a good one. Like that. And I said, they'll have my company name on it, but nothing else. Not their name, because they'll give it back to me. So like I gave my cousin one so you can get it all the time and stuff like that. But I said, so I can come in here any night I want, walk in, no cover charges, nothing. He said, I can do that. And he said, how many drinks you need? I said, I don't need any drinks. I said, I'm not going to drink while I'm working. I said, so I'll come over there and just all I want is water or 7-Up or something. He said, that's good. You can have all that. So I did that for about a year. That was crazy. But that was sweet. But I used to find every which way to make money back then. But we went to Denny's one night afterwards, and my cousin and I used to go to Denny's afterwards and eat. It was right next door. And it used to get kind of busy, and the waitresses were really bad with tips. I mean, bad with service. They kind of check on you, but not check on you because they'd be having all new people coming in. So I said, I got an idea. So we went in there one night, sat in a regular place. I reached in my pocket and I took a pack of $101 bills, and I laid it in front of me on the counter. And Robert said, "What you doing?" I said, "Watch." I had $100 in dollar bills laying right there. Waitress go over, took our order and everything. She looked at the money and didn't say nothing. So she came back and got our stuff. And she really wasn't checking on us, so I took some off, put it in my pocket. And I kept doing it because we were there about an hour. Kept taking stuff off, right? And she comes back a little while later, and there's only about $8 left on there. And she goes, "What happened to all the money?" I said, "Well, you haven't checked on us that much, and the service hasn't been that good. So it used to be all yours, but that's what's left." Like that. Robert goes, "Oh, Lord, help me." He said, "We're never going to be able to eat here again." The next time I went in there, we got great service. I tried to tell him, "Lance, you know who I am?"
Exactly. Flash that 107.
Have a good one, Jim.
Step back.
I was kind of shocked last night. All these freshman parents that came in, there was about 20 of them that knew me. That said, "Hey, Mr. Joe. Hey, Mr. Joe." I was standing out of course and said, "Yeah, we know what you do. We see your work." And a couple of them said, "Yeah, you shot the 8th grade game last year too. Remember?" "Yeah, I remember." And I shot that game for one parent. And I put all the stuff out there and I made like $1,200. All the parents started buying the pictures. So those are the parents that are coming in this year. So I put a little taste in their mouth, you know. I'm hoping to get about 15 to 16. And they got one mess up, man. One, I told Coach, "Why'd you do this?" September 3rd. Freshmen play at Covington. I mean, at Chalmette. Chalmette is 60 miles away. They play at 5:30 at night. The JV play at Salmon at 7 o'clock at night. 30 miles from Chalmette. So one of the games won't be covered. Because there's no way I can make both. I could be close. So I'm probably going to leave the JV game out. And go to the Chalmette game. Make sure the freshmen get all their games. But they've got 11 games scheduled. Possibly 12 games scheduled this year. Every team.
And I'm assuming the freshman would be a better bang for your buck because the JV kids, sometimes they don't survive their senior year.
Right. The JV kids, now you see, that's the other thing I was thinking. The JV kids may not play anything else but JV. You see what I mean?
But they may never play again after this year, so you're not having to kiss ass.
Yeah, at that point. They may play the 1 year and it's done. But the freshman kids, if I'm at their games, they're getting all their games, they may go up to JV next year.
And then varsity, and you've got them for a longer period of time, especially the good kid, the talented kids.
Yeah. Because once I lock them in, like I got another parent that showed up last night, looked at him and said, "Thought you were done." Because his son graduated this year. Harriman, he's a doctor, right? I've shot his son now, his two Other two sons, I've shot him for 8 years. There's another son coming up, 4 more years. So that means 12 years. This guy has paid me 153 times and 9 times 250. So it's one parent. You know, it's like, that's what it's going to wound up being if I'm here the next 3 years. But that tells me he's happy with the work. You know what I mean?
I know what you mean.
Yeah, but he said something at the beginning of the season this year because the son was the holder for the kicks, and he was a wide receiver, and he was in for 2 or 3 downs. That was it. And he said, do me a favor, please find Ian out there. He said, because you're getting a lot of pictures of him holding the ball, but you're not getting him in as a receiver. And I said, I don't even see him in the game. I said, but I'll make sure I look for him in particular. And I'd see him run out on the field. I was checking people getting on the field, and I see him over just getting in a stance and take a picture of him in the stance and get him running past the guy using his hands on somebody, then go to somebody else. And his dad was thrilled that I was getting him at least in some kind of action shots. And he caught about maybe 15 balls the whole year. I think I got 10 of those pictures. So I just happened to be.
We lost your audio, dude. We lost your audio. Joe, you're frozen. You
Yeah,
must
you
have
froze on my side.
You know, sometimes you're lucky, you know.
your internet sucks. Did you pay your bill?
Yeah, I paid my bill. Paul better take it back before I get knocked off.
What?
Said you better take host back. My internet almost dropped just now.
How come?
You didn't
I
pay
have
his
no
bill.
idea. My internet said pack it in.
Lance says that you didn't pay your bill.
Yeah, believe that.
You're flashing now, too, Joe.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. He needs to take it back. You're playing around, you're gonna lose it.
Okay, well, pass it back to me.
You can't take it back?
I can't take it back.
Yeah, you can. You take it back all the time.
What I have to do is sign out, sign back in again. It lets me take it back.
You always take it back. The other day you were switching hosts between everybody else. You got it. We're gonna make Lance the host.
I'm packing
I'm the
it
host
in.
now.
Yeah, you host. They're showing a rare diamond necklace on Fox 8 New Orleans worth $100 million.
People put so much money in such stupid things, don't they?
Yeah, like Boston creams and peanuts for the squirrels and Diet Pepsi and
No, that's smart buying. I'm talking about the dumb buying a lot of people do.
the medical bills that result from all of that. And what else? And
Yeah.
going to Canada for 3 Neos and
Yeah, well,
what else?
and 2 of them were for my good friend Joe.
And go back on those streams. I said, I don't want it, Paul. But you don't listen.
I always listen to you, Joe,
Okay.
because you know that everybody does what Captain Joe says to do.
Yeah, right.
Isn't that right? Isn't that right, Ed?
He's
Captain Joe's number 1.
He's smart.
Captain Joe is number one.
What are you saying, Paul? Number 2?
He's calling me a poo-poo.
I didn't say it. I thought he was calling it. Wait, Laura's going already. All right.
How was your flight, Paul?
The flight was good.
Which one did you use?
Air
The Air 2S, that's the one I always use.
Why you didn't try to flip again?
I wasn't in the mood for the flipping and flopping and trying to figure out what the hell to do and how it works and that kind of stuff.
Well, it flies the same way as the Air 2S.
No,
Exactly.
It's
Same controls do the same things, Paul.
It's supposed to.
Same controls do the same thing.
No.
You push the stick up, it goes forward. Push it back, and comes backwards.
You got these old fingers, you know?
No, it's the fingers aren't doing it right.
That's probably true.
It's the same way. You push it left, it goes left. Push it right, it goes right. Push it forward, it goes forward. And you got the settings now, so your speed should be good. Because I changed the settings on the Neo and saw the difference in the speed yesterday. So I went back last night and went back and changed all my yaw settings and the roll settings to make them slow down a little bit, because that's what was giving me problems yesterday. Give it a little yaw to the right, and that's like, come on back, come back, you know, get back here.
Yeah, I give
You
you guys
saw
a
the first one was like
I
this.
give you guys a preview, okay?
Looks like he's getting ready to run into that ship. Look.
Wow, he's going pretty fast.
Did you crash your drone?
No, it looked like he was going to hit it head on. Huh? Kamikaze, kamikaze.
The Erie Trader.
Hey, Paul, we want you to next time go fly and land on the ship and then restart it and come back.
Yeah, huh? I'll wait for you to come and try that, Joe.
You could possibly land it on there and then restart it and take it off.
Restarting
I don't
and
know
taking off
how
be
they would
tough.
like it, you know, but
because that sucker would whip back. I think you might be able to land on it.
that's what I mean. You could land on it.
But the restart would be, you know, if the boat was moving, would be rather difficult.
Well, you have to be in the front. You have to be in the front where the guy can barely see it. You land on it, right? And then you come off of it, but you got to go straight up.
Why don't you try that, Paul?
Joe, don't give him ideas.
I'll put that on my list.
That's it.
And then if you had the Neo, you come back under that little bar right there.
Oh yeah, just fly through the railing and out to the other side, right?
Yeah, you can do that. That's
That's your
about
bucket
a
list?
5-foot railing. Huh?
I don't look good in handcuffs.
One Vision said he'll bring his PV and try
I'm
it.
telling you. You fly. You see, the guy up here is looking forward. The guy in the back probably can't see it. So you land it right behind him, right where they got that little hump, right behind that little hump. Land it right on top of one of those openings. And then you take off again when you get out here and fly it back.
Uh-huh.
Well,
It's kind of like you flying through the tugboat, right?
I'm not flying through the tugboat.
Yeah, there you go. Why not?
I would fly if now I'm not saying I would do it, but if I could do it, I would try that. Because that's a stable area. You just get there and land on it. Keep your gimbal down and find it and make sure you land on it. And you'll turn it off, but then start it again and take off. Because you should be able to, as long as you got a connection, you can start it. But if you lose your connection, then you called him up and said, "Can you get my drone back to us?" I don't know what happened. It decided to land on your ship.
What do you think, Ed?
I don't know, man.
Was that video okay?
Oh, the video was good, yeah. But the idea that they're telling you it's not a good idea.
No, it's not. That's for idiots, you know?
No, you can do that. Just tell them, look, I'm Paul Murray. Yeah.
I just like to just.
It's
I
bad
have to
enough.
up my game.
It's bad enough you crashed it on the side. You don't want to do that.
Yep.
East Coast said that they were talking about it in a meeting at the meetup this weekend. That's funny.
Where's the meetup this weekend?
No, when they went to Florida.
Oh, the South Florida meetup?
Yeah.
Hey Lance, that's good. What you put in there, what Johnny put in there. The two, I like the yellow one better. Because of the fly for fun on it.
Hey Paul, One Vision asked you a question.
What's that?
Paul, have you ever done the orbit of the control room before?
What control room? This room here?
No, I guess he's talking about the boat, I guess.
Well, that'd have to, I'd have to have access inside the cold. That sounds like a Johnny and Captain Joe deal there, you know.
No, on the ship, I guess he's talking about an orbit going around the control
Low
room.
price offers inspired by items you saved on Amazon. Based on your wish.
Now, you get in trouble, you get too close to those ships. So the answer is no. Well, what do you guys think? Are you about had it for today?
Yeah, I might run out to Johnny's in a little bit.
Well, hey, Joe, do us all a favor. Don't run. Drive now.
I ain't run. I got to bring these to him.
There you go. Ed, you have a good day.
You too, sir.
Mark, you stay out of trouble. I know it's going to be hard. And Lance, wake up. Okay. We'll see all of you again later today at 5 o'clock.